What's up? Welcome to Scrub Club Games.
Okay, we got a couple of things here.
I'm excited to tell you about an amazing new feature in the Pet Pavilion, the Hatchmaking Kiosk. Go check it out.
Alright, hatchmaking kiosk, okay.
Very exciting has happened. The pets page of your spellbook now links to your pet tome. The pet tome lists every pet, highlighting the pets you own. Your tome begins with all pets in your inventory. You'll need to update the rest. Check your bank and attic and visit all your houses to automatically add the pets in those places to your tome. Catalog them all. Woo!
Young wizard, can't wait to tell you about my favorite pastime, fishing. Come find me by the water in the commons.
Alright, and as always, gonna change the realm. I always click the wrong way. So if you ever see me click the right way, just know I'm feeling off that day. Alright. Gotta go to the mill wheel. Check that out. 65. Went a little bit too far there. A little too eager.
We're ready. Here. Pull this lever and we'll charge that lumina crystal right up. Ah, well done, wizard.
It's electric.
Thanks to you, I'm back in business. Here you are. One brand new, fully charged lumina crystal. She's a beauty. I hope she serves you well.
Alright, gotta go talk to our moody teenager. Let's see if he's in a better mood since we got him his Lumina Crystal. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot.
A Lumina Crystal! This should be just what we need. The Lumina Crystal will boost the power of my ritual. It'll work this time, I'm sure of it. It's working!
Oh my goodness, that's horrifying.
Susie, I can see her. But what was that horrifying thing with her?
That's the Harvest Lord. We studied him in class. He's a powerful spirit from the underworld who harvests the souls of the innocent.
It looked like she's in Galvanos Tower. That must be where the Harvest Lord is enchanting the storm amulets. Wizard, please free my sister.
Alright, Arthur, I'm on it. Don't worry, buddy. We'll save her. Now we begin our journey over there. Alright, we're actually going to just pop on this little speed thing. Oh, man, it is right behind us. Perfect. Full health, full mana. We got a little talk from our frog guy here.
You have been asked to enter a dungeon. To go inside, you will need to stand on that sigil next to the door.
Don't know why the audio's not working. Once you activate the sigil, a countdown will start. When the timer runs out, anyone standing on the sigil will go inside the dungeon with you. Alright, we go ahead and smash that X button. Gonna run it. Hopefully the Harvest Lord's in here. Dude seemed horrifying and scary as hell, so...
Another soul to harvest. I knew my little prisoner would draw more to me, like flies to honey. Wait, my dark master warned me about you. Ha! Imagine the reward he will give me when I present him your family soul.
Help!
Alright. Another ranked boss. Dude looks even scarier in person. Let's go. Let's do this. Rank 3 boss. Let's see how much health he has. 510. Biggest enemy we fought yet. Let's see. 150. Let's see if we can knock out his minion to start the game. As always, it's better to take one spell and spell attack than two. So if we can knock one out right away, we always take that. And we fizzled. disheartening, but it does happen. Alright, let's see if we can get one off here. He's got a myth shield on. Our attack does land. It looks like this guy's going home packing. Love to see that. Alright, we're going to get rid of these. We're going to go ahead and attack with another Snow Serpent. We'll Fire Cat. Let's see how much damage it does. Alright, not bad. Only 63. It's not crazy. Also, you'll note that there's that boost on there, so because he is fire, he resists fire, but we also get a boost on all ice-related spells. We're going to go ahead and shield up here. First time we've used this playthrough, and we did it a little bit too late. Looks like he's got a Firebird. That thing hits like a truck. 227, taking big damage, below half health. Hopefully for the next spell, we're a little bit more prepared. We got this Pixie in our back pocket. He's got 296 health. We're going to go ahead and attack with our Snow Serpent. And we throw on 3 shields, and of course he picks a spell that we don't have a shield for. Classic. Got a nice boost there, 192. He should be low enough that maybe our level 1 spell level 1 spell on the high end could knock him out. Yeah, we're gonna go for it, and the next turn we'll just hit him with a blast. Ooh, and a bat. Alright, we're just over 200 health. If this guy knocks him out, we'll see what happens. And it does. Big win. Big win by us here.
I am beaten, but my master's grand design is nearly complete. Triton Avenue is doomed.
I know what he's talking about. Meet me outside, wizard. I need your help.
Let's see what kind of garment we got here. Charge coat was placed. Oh, and I placed a marker by accident. Let's check out the charged coat here. It is +1 myth accuracy, +1%. We are not going to do that because we don't use myth spells. We are going to go ahead and grab this History of Storm Magic.
Ancient Tritons were creatures of the sea and heirs to the power of the Storm Titan. It is thought they used their command of lightning to create technological wonders. But, if true, their inventions were lost to uncertain tides. The Tritons isolated themselves from their dragon and giant contemporaries, but were often blamed for cataclysms on the land or in the skies. Eventually, they retreated to hidden oceans, seldom ever seen again, though some suspect there is a world of Tritons waiting to be found.
Alright. A little lore drop for Wizard 101 there. Let's talk to Susie, see what she has to say.
I overheard the Harvest Lord's plans. He was raising an army of rotting fodder, armed with storm magic to attack Wizard City. But there's more. The Tempest Nexus up on the ridge channels storm energy into Triton Avenue. The Harvest Lord diverted the flow of energy to enchant the amulets. But after he finished the amulets, he directed the flow back on itself. The Nexus will explode and take Triton Avenue with it. Use the teleporter by the mill to reach the Tempest Nexus. I'll meet you up there.
Excellent. On our way, Susie. And we're actually going to walk back and try and get some health and some mana back. Just that way we don't have to use our little potion. Not that long of a walk, I don't think. So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. We're back to full health. I don't see any crates that we're also looking for passively. I think they're on the other side of Triton Avenue. Alright. We're going to talk to Sandor here.
Welcome to Special Reagent, where each reagent is unique and... Oh, sorry. cannot be fish, for I am the sad. I have lost something precious. It is a scrapbook that belonged to my cousin, Sylvia Drake. Once, she was a teacher here, till the dreadful cold claimed her. Some monster called Skull Splitter stole Sylvia's scrapbook and took it to his skull fort. If only someone could get it back for me.
Alright, we're going to continue on with the main quest, though. Look, there's a teleporter here.
It's worse than I thought. The Nexus could explode at any moment. The controls, they aren't working. I can't set it right. Professor Bellstrom knows more about storm magic than anyone. Go ask him for help. I'll try to keep the Nexus stable. Hurry!
You can get to Ravenwood and back quickly by pressing the mark button to set your location. Give it a try. Use the Return to Commons button to get back to the Commons, and then head to Ravenwood.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and place a marker, which is this little X button over here up at the top. So we're going to place that, and then like Dowell said, we're going to go ahead and click the Commons button. Now we are in Wizard City's Commons, although I think it might have changed our realm once more, so let's take a look at that quick. It did not, I don't believe. So there are actually people in this realm. We're going to go talk to Professor Bellstrom.
Hello, wizard! What? The Tempest Nexus is going to explode? Oh dear me, we can't have that! Here, take this master key, ring it against the metal of the Nexus 3 times, and the feedback loop should end. Good luck, and move quickly.
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Okay, so like Dowell said, we are going to go ahead and press this X button over here. My game's been weird, so once again, I'm going to check out the realm. And we're still in Woo. Perfect.
You did it, Wizard! Triton Avenue saved!
Save Triton Avenue. Perfect. Let's talk to Susie.
You didn't happen to run into my little brother Arthur anywhere, did you? He's alright? Thank goodness. Take me to him. It'll be good to see him again.
Alright, we're going to take Susie to see her little brother. Happy family reunion. Glad we could do that for them. Save his little sister. Zoom in through here once more.
You rescued Susie! All's well. The Harvest Lord has been driven back into the shadows, and the storm energy is flowing again.
There's still a lot of undead roaming around, but without the Harvest Lord to direct them, we can handle them.
I'll help. So, the Harvest Lord said he had a Dark Master. Track that master down, wizard, so Malistaire's memory can be redeemed.
Maybe you should leave that for later. For now, tell Sergeant Muldoon that things are calming down.
Alright, looks like they both have a quest for us, so let's see.
Calming down. I hope to go back to investigating what brought me here in the first place. A massive surge of death magic. The Haunted Cave is a powerful nexus of death magic. It could be the source of all the undead troubles plaguing Wizard City. Rotting fodder and scarlet screamers kept me from reaching the cave before, but with your help, I think I can make it. The cave is across the river at the far end of Triton Avenue. Let's go investigate.
Let's see what Susie's got for us.
I'm glad to be free of the Harvest Lord. He said he was going to steal my soul. You stopped him before he could, but he needed some of my possessions to do the ritual. He sent his minions to bury my Athame, spellbook, and spell deck in mystically resident places, whatever that means. I don't think I could find them, but maybe your pet could sniff them out. I really need to get my stuff back. Will you help me?
This quest requires you to have a pet and guide it to each goal. If you have a pet, equip it from the pet tab in your spellbook. With a pet equipped, you can control it directly. Click the pet button on the bottom left of the screen, then press the pet mode button. Playing as your pet will make certain items and objectives available that weren't before. Likewise, pets can talk to most people or engage in wizard duels. You can play as your pet until its happiness runs out. Replenish happiness by feeding the pet snacks.
Alright, let's knock out the pet one real quick. Everybody likes a nice pet. Let's see, I believe it is... Let's see here. This one. So we're gonna have to go equip the pet, like it said. We have a pet equipped. Alright now. Snacks. Perfect. I guess we can't feed our pet. Alright. Or actually, I'm gonna lie. I lied. We're pivoting back to the... searching for the crates. I believe are on this side of the street. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Here is one of them. There appears to be another one over here. Now to find the final one. Alright, cool. That was easy. Avoid these haunted minions.
Oh, good. My shipment's recovered. I'll get them the rest of the way. Thank you, wizard. We didn't drive the eels away fast enough. The storm magic surge lured a Kraken up out of the deep. It'll wreck everything if you don't stop it. You could use this teleporter to reach the Kraken. Ah, but it's broken. The rotting fodder stole its keystone. Get it back and double quick.
Alright, perfect. Let's go defeat some rotting fodder. It'd be fairly easy. Defeat the Kraken. Once again, save Triton Avenue. Hopefully these battles can go as quick as they did last time. I'm going to use a snow serpent here. Alright, it just took one. Perfect. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
You did it! Quickly, there's no time to lose. Now that that teleporter's repaired, you can go deal with that Kraken. Head on down and be careful. Good luck, wizard.
Goodness, you have gained quite a bit of knowledge, haven't you, young one? Come see me. I have a new spell for you.
Alright, we're going to learn our newfound skill of placing a marker. And we're going to go ahead and go back to... So the house is actually in... So here's our house, or our dorm, excuse me. And so now we can just pop out, talk to this guy.
I say, you appear to be ready for advancement. In order to know balance, you will need to know of the other schools first. Learn about the schools of fire, ice, and storm from their representatives. Only by knowing the edges will you find the center of things. Toodles!
And so as you can see, there's the 36 gold, and then right next to that is a new card, and that is why we're doing this quest first. before we go fight the Kraken, because maybe that card will be useful to us, maybe it won't. But we're going to talk to Lydia Greyrose first, the School of Ice, and see what she has to say.
You ask what is so exciting about the ice school? Well, when I was a young girl, I loved the wintertime and played in the snow. So going to the ice school was only natural. But in later years, I grew to learn how powerful ice was. Did you know the great raven caused the giants to slumber and turn into the glaciers? With the force of giants behind our school, I don't have to boast about how powerful our magic is. I have never regretted the day I started here.
All right. Alright, let's talk to Regina. I don't know why it's sending us this way. The fire school is over here. That's Dahlia. I guess I gotta... Alright. That's embarrassing. We're just gonna walk over there and go talk to Regina Flame Talon. Flame Talon? Yeah, Flame Talon. Walk of shame over there as we messed up the quest. We should have just followed the arrow.
You want to know about fire? Well, for starters, it's the most powerful school. Its magic is derived from the dragons that ruled in the time of Titans. Before the dragons could destroy the giants by melting them into the sea, the Great Tree and Great Raven put them into a magical slumber. If you ever decide to join a real school, not saying that balance is all that bad, consider fire, but only if you want to join the best. Hi, I need help. I'm trying to finish this science fair project for Professor Baelstrom, but those golems stole my materials. I really need those back. I've got a few more preparations to make, so if I have to fight the golems too, I'm sure to be late. If I'm late, I'll get a bad grade and... Wait a minute. If you retrieve them for me, I can finish my project and still be on time. I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the Golem Tower.
Alright, so that Whiplash was crazy. She's like, oh, we're super strong. And then she's sending me on a quest. Which, I think, if I'm correct, there's a wooden golem just at the very beginning that we could just snag this from and not have to worry about it. Hopefully it's just a quick fight. Yep, 95. Scorpion, once again, does 85% accuracy. So we're going to go with the Scorpion here. This little minion is a balanced guy, but once again, I don't think the resistances are, one, too high, or if they even have any. And we did finish up that quest quick.
Oh, thank you so much! That's the enchanted wood I needed! My project's not running. Now I remember, there's something else I need. A charged gear. A clockwork golem a couple floors up should have one. Would you go get it for me? I hear they are rather tough, so you'd better be prepared.
Alright, Regina, sure. We can do that for you. Alright, hopefully we go first, not take any damage here. Once again, our health bar did increase. We're at 718 now, which is phenomenal health. Gonna go the Scorpion once more. One hit, one KO, took no damage. We got a fur-lined hood here and a gummy fire cat. That sounds delicious. Alright, floor 2, we see 2 wooden constructs. And we get to go first again. We're going to go for the one-hit KO, knock out some of these scarabs. Alright, and we are able to knock one of them out. Perfect. Hopefully this guy passes. They never pass. So we're going to get hit by a scarab here. 72 damage. Not crazy, not terrible. We don't have a pip yet, so we're going to throw some shields on. Oh, we do have a pip. We don't have 2 pips to knock this guy out. And we get to see our first shield taken here. It put the damage in half, so instead of 110 damage, I took 55. And we're going to attack this wooden construct with a scorpion. Alright, on to floor 3. Big damage, big damage. We got some boots. Got some soft boots. So we'll check those out later. Alright, double clockwork golem. Don't know if we'll go first. We've gone first last like 3 battles. Yep, so we're not going first here. Don't really have anything. We're actually just going to go ahead and use one of these flares. We are going to get hit theoretically 4 times, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, 70 damage. Let's see if we can get a solid attack card here. We do get the scorpion, and he has 2 pips, so we're going to go for that guy. Maybe he'll fizzle, fingers crossed. And nope, but he does have a thunder snake. But hopefully our spell hits so we can take him out before he casts level 2 spell with those 2 pips. And next turn we have 100% accuracy to knock this guy out. So not too worried about it. He also has 2 pips now. We'll see what he throws out. Alright. Slightly. Well, we are substantially below half now. If we knock him out, hopefully we get what we needed. We did. And we got a Myth Shield treasure card.
You've been a big help. There is no way I could have gotten one of those myself. My project is almost complete. Okay, I need one more piece for my science project. It's going to be tough, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It'll require going up to the top of Golem Tower. I need a steam capacitor to complete my project. The only one I know of would be the one on the Iron Golem, but I know he is really tough. I won't blame you if you don't want to do it, but if you do, I'll give you some treasure cards for defeating the Iron Golem and bringing me the steam capacitor. Deal?
We're going to accept that quest, but we're not going to go on that quest. I think that's a little bit above our pay grade. So we are going to pivot back to our school quest here, which is... I think it's talking to Boris Tallstaff in the Wizard City Library. I think we can also go talk to Harold in the library and begin that, work on that quest line too. From, I think that was Private Connolly that gave us that, or maybe it was this other private that was just below him on the steps. But either way, we'll be able to start and progress that one. Boris.
Are you kidding? Storm is the most powerful of the schools. Back in the First Age, the Tritons practically drowned all the dragons by themselves. If Bartleby hadn't stopped them, well, there wouldn't be any fire school. But you won't hear Falmea speak of that. Life, death, and myth, they have their good points. But to watch Professor Baelstrom cast a Stormzilla, well, you know Storm is to be feared.
Alright, and then we're going to talk to Harold.
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? You are quite a good sport to take time out of your day to do that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, hang on there. This book does not belong to the library. Inside the cover it states property of Sabrina Greenstar. She probably dropped it on her way to the fairgrounds. You best give it to her yourself.
Alright, we can do that. Alright, let's go back to talking to Arthur. What he has to say. Hopefully we get our card. Hopefully it's just an easy card quest. If I remember correctly, it should be, but who knows? Sometimes these quests are extensive.
So, you have spoken with the representatives of the Fire, Ice, and Storm schools. You noticed how they all claimed to be the best school, didn't you? Well, they all speak the truth in their own way. Each school has its advantages, but each school also has its own disadvantages. But balance draws on elements from each of the other schools, incorporating bits and pieces to fill in the gaps between them. Visit the pond in the commons. Stand in the water and absorb what it has to teach you. Believe it or not, you will receive enlightenment.
We can do that, for sure.
As you stare into the water, you become aware of a great power building in the area.
Greetings, student of balance. It is wise for you to reflect upon the lessons of water. It can take many states and assume great power in both storm and ice. Water can be very destructive, eroding away both metals and mountains. It also holds great power in the way in which all life requires it. Though water has great power in the waves of an ocean, it can also achieve a calm serenity, such as in this simple pond. Reflect upon the lesson and become like water. You too can achieve balance, my friend.
That is a card that we will see a lot of later, if I remember correctly. So, but that is not the card that we are going to get.
So, you were visited by a minion of balance. Smashing! It seems you have completed your first assignment, young wizard.
I'd say Mortimer, brother. That's my name. Just trying to connect with you. Alright, we got a precision, which adds 25% accuracy. I will note that does not mean we have 100% accuracy. It is 85 times, or 0.85 times 0.25, whatever that math is. So, that is what that means.
I got all those pets safely back to the pavilion. Now I've got another problem. My enrollment application is missing. I came here all the way from Marleybone to study under the great necromancer Malistaire Drake, who's apparently evil now. And they lost my forms. The headmaster's office is packed to the brim with students, and I don't know what to do. Do you know if there's a registrar we could talk to?
Alright, we're going to go back to our actual side quests on Triton Avenue, now that we have the precision card. Not really going to use it, but we're going to try out the Kraken first time. See how that goes. He's typically a tough cookie. I think he's a rank 3 boss. Yes, he is a rank 3 boss, and we go second. So don't love that. We're actually going to throw some shields up. Luckily he passed, so he might go for a level 2 storm spell, which would be great because we have that minus 50% storm on us. And we're going to go for a scorpion here. Oop, another pass. So I wonder what he's got cooking over there. 190 damage is pretty solid. He's got 320. We're going to go for another scorpion. Alright, it looks like he went for a storm serpent. It's the same thing as a serpent, just storm related. And we do have that 50% shield on, so it only does 82 damage. So not bad. 170, so I think we've done 360 damage to that math. We're at 150. We're going to throw on some more shields, just to make life easy. We do have 3 snow serpents in our back pocket. He hits us with a lightning bat. 275 damage is tough. We're just below half, I believe. Or we're just right at half, actually. I think we have 718 health, 361. It's pretty close to half. Hit a snow serpent. Hopefully this lands. It does have 80% accuracy. And it does. Should knock him out. Should take care of him. We did in fact, defeat the Kraken. We got the Cloak of Watchful. And a Novitiate robe. Might have said that incorrectly, but it's alright. We're here to have fun.
I saw the whole battle, Wizard. Masterfully done. We got the beast at bay. Now I hope we can get the rest of our trouble sorted out.
Got a Kraken treasure card, and we got a long blue runner for our backpack. Now we're going to pivot. We're going to go talk to... see what else we can get done here. Let's go do the Skull Fort. 290 feet away. Got our health back here. Hopefully we can cut across. Didn't get lured into a battle. That's what I'm talking about. We're just going to hug here so we don't battle any of these eels. I know they're not a crazy battle, but no point in fighting anything that we don't really need to. We're actually going to double check to see if we have a smith on this. Ravenwood Shopping District, Unicorn Way, Old Town, Cyclops Lane, Firecat Alley. And I just remembered that we did, in fact, already find the smith in Triton Avenue. So don't mind me just being a goofball, doing what I can to keep everybody entertained.
So you've come for the scrapbook that belonged to Malistaire's wife, eh? Pity she caught that cold and died. Well, I won't allow you to have it. I will deny him any kindness after what he denied me in life. As for you, wizard, prepare to join the ranks of the undead and serve me.
I do love the animations on this, and R.I.P. Malistaire's wife. Poor guy. Alright, we do get to go first. It doesn't look like we can really even take out anything here. But we are going to go ahead and go for the Scarlet Screamer. And the next turn, probably shield and take out the Scarlet Screamer in round 3. Or potentially just tank round 2 and take out the Scarlet Screamer. I don't think the math supports it, because I think we can only do 70 damage, and she actually has 75. Horrifically bad beat. If our Scorpion just would have done 170, we would have been just fine. Maybe the Scarab will get her? Alright, let's try the Scarab, see if we can knock her out. That'd be huge. She has 2 pips, so level 2 spells are on the board, and we fizzled. Oh my goodness. That makes our next decision even harder. Maybe we just go into the Scarab, who knows. It looks like she passed. So not going to take any risks. The Snow Serpent, probably a smarter play. Do we risk it for the biscuit on the Frost Beetle? On the Scarab? We are going to go ahead with the Scarab. Hopefully this hits. Hopefully it does the damage we do. Let's see what happens. And it's the exact amount needed. She had 3 pips. She was going to be a problem. Was going to be a menace. Not anymore. She's gone. Sent her packing. What we're going to do is build up. We're going to take out our 1 Frost Beetle we have. Hopefully we can get another Scorpion. We're going to shield up just to protect us. We did just take down our rank 3 boss in, I think, 3 or 4 turns. So this rank 2 hopefully isn't too bad, but he does have death spells, which I don't have a shield for. Hopefully we can just hit back-to-back shots. Alright, Scorpion. Let's see what our Scorpion can do here. $180, that's pretty solid. Can't complain about that. He did see our Scarab take out his buddy. And he was like, let me send one out to send a message. Message received. Gonna go with the Scorpion here. $180 again. Alright, okay. Just hit me with these pixies. 110. Just going to go back to back. Wand moves, and he will be taken out. We just have to not get hit with a spell with 343 health. Alright, here we go. And we got a tough treasure card. There we go. That treasure card is tough. Gonna walk back and grab some health along the way. Hit this wooden treasure chest, 15 gold. We will go to the bazaar here shortly to gain some new gear. What level are we now for those of you at home? We are level 8. Just flying through the levels. I know at level 5 and at level 10 we get new and exciting gear. So maybe we just wait till level 10. So far we're kind of just cruising along. So level 10 might be the way to go. See that? Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say, was he not just right there? Was that... Okay, yeah, sure. We'll talk to him over here. Not a big deal, not a problem. It'd be funny if he's just hanging out in the river. Or in the pond.
The scrapbook! Thank you! My cousin, she helped me move here, make friends. Now, this is all I have left of us. You're a good person with me.
Well, thank you. You know, we try to be a good person from time to time. A twice stitched hat has been placed in my bank or in my capacity for hats. Is that the issue? All right, interesting. We are not going to talk to the sergeant quite yet. I think there's one more in here that we need to do. We'll talk to Duncan in the haunted cave. So that's the front gate. Let's see if we can get close with the tower. We did save about 100 movement here. Again, not sure what the metric is. If it's feet, if it's meters. It's just 120 Wizard 101 feet.
Thank you for watching Scrub Club Games. For more content like this, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.